Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So as you can tell, I'm sick. So what I thought I would show you is a makeup tutorial talk through that shows you how to look like you're not sick. Because I know not everybody can just lay in the bed and stay home and wait for it to pass. You've got jobs, you've got commitments that you have to be at, and you have to look at least somewhat healthy. So I'm just going to do what I would do for myself when I'm sick, and it should help you guys out the next time you're sick or having a really bad allergy. I personally don't like a lot of stuff on my eyes when I'm sick because they water all the time. My nose is raw from blowing my nose, and you can see my skin's already acting up from my cold. I hope the rest of you are healthy and having a good day, and bear with my voice, my natural curly mess of a hair. So I just didn't feel like doing it. It is what it is. It's not bad when it's curly. It's pretty voluminous. So I thought I'd work with it. And that's another thing, another tip that I have too, is when you're sick, do as little as possible to feel good but still be presentable. But let's jump right into the makeup tutorial, and I hope you enjoy. Lovely. The first step is definitely wash your face. I use what I showed you in a previous video, the Clean and Clear Morning Burst face wash, and it's brightening. It brightens up your skin. It kind of makes you feel a little more awake. It's got the little beads that burst. I think it has caffeine in it too, but don't quote me on that. You might want to look that up. And so now I'm going to moisturize. Now I know that I am super oily. You've heard me say that a million times. But when I'm sick, I can feel my skin just lose its zest for life, much like you do when you're sick. So I'm going to go ahead and put a lot of moisture back in. I'm going to start with my Olay Age Defying Anti-Wrinkle Eye Cream. And it looks like this. And I'm going to put that all around my eyes. As you can tell, I have not had my nails done yet. So once that's on, I'm going to take what I mentioned in my previous video as well, the how I prep my face for makeup video. If you haven't seen it, I'll put a link down below. But the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take my Olay Complete All Day Moisturizer with Sunscreen Broad Spectrum SPF 15. And it looks like this. I'm going to put that all over my face. Oh, I just shoved it up in my... Don't put it in your nose, just put it around your nose. But I really want the skin to look hydrated and refreshed and healthy. But I also need full coverage because I'm having a breakout. I've got a lot of redness going on. So I'm going to reach for my tried and true Studio Fix, MAC Studio Fix foundation. I'm actually going to mix these two foundations. I'm going to mix my Studio Fix fluid and my Estee Lauder Double Wear to get the right shade, because in NW15 this is still too dark for me. So I've been blending it way down my neck, and this one is exactly my color, if not just a hair too pale. So I'm gonna see what they do together. So I'm going to apply both of those with a really damp beauty blender and kind of mix it together with my finger. And then I'm gonna dab that all over my face, particularly over that blemish that you just saw. I want that covered. And then I'm just gonna blend that in with the beauty blender. Oh, I forgot to prime my face. See, this is what happens when you're sick. Oh well. The Double Wear itself is almost like a foundation and primer in one, the way it wears. So we'll just keep the moisture on our face. It's probably better this way anyway because my primers mattify my face, so I don't really want that moisture taken off. So I'm gonna take that on my eyelids. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put on my concealer, and I'm going to use my Maybelline Master Conceal because I like the shade and I like the coverage. I'm going to take my beauty blender and dip it in just a little bit, because we don't want to have to do a lot of steps, right? When we're sick, we just kind of want to do what we have to and get out the door. So I'm putting this under my eye, blending it a little bit down and a little bit on the lid. Definitely get it in those inner corners where that darkness is. And now I'm going to add even more highlight to my face, and I'm going to use this new product. This is the L'Oreal Paris Magic Lumi Highlighter. Actually, it's not new. It's been around, I think, for a while. I'm just now getting around to trying it because I found it in my drawer and I was like, oh my gosh, I have this already. I'm just going to take what just came out, and I'm I'm gonna put that in a triangle under my eye. Has a funny smell. On my chin, down my nose, and on my forehead, and especially on my cheekbones. I'm gonna take my same beauty blender and blend that out and see what it does. Okay, we've got a little bit of shine happening. It's pretty subtle. I see some highlight. It makes you very dewy. I like that about it. I'm gonna go ahead and do my brows. So I'm not going to do a pencil or anything like that. I'm just gonna comb through my brows, which I know are looking very disheveled, but it's because I'm trying to grow them out. So it's really, really hard, but I'm going to do it. I'm gonna take this tinted brow gel by Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is in caramel, and because I've had my hair lightened, I'm using a lighter brow gel. So I'm gonna take my Studio Fix powder in C3. I'm not just gonna put that all over my face super lightly because this is a second foundation and I don't want to use a lot of powder, but I really like the finish of this. So I'm just gonna take it and I'm going to dust it so lightly all over, and I mean super lightly. And then I'm gonna take a smaller brush and I'm going to set my under eye with that same powder. And my eyelid, because they tend to get a little oily. So I'm sick, I don't care about bronzing or contouring, but I'm gonna put a little bit of bronzer on just to have a little bit of more color in my face. I'm gonna take this Physicians Formula Bronze Booster. It's in medium to dark, which is actually probably way too dark for me now. But I haven't used it in a while and I wanted to see. But it's got a little bit of shimmer in it. I don't know if you can tell. And just kind of put it where you would normally contour and bronze. Like I said, really lightly. And I'm gonna put that on my temples a little, across my forehead, along my jawbone, just a touch on the sides of my nose, and on the tip of my nose. So now I'm going to add even more shine to my face and color using my Milani Baked Blush in Luminoso because it's my favorite. So I'm gonna pop that on and just kind of smile and put it on the apples of your cheeks all the way to the back of your face. Careful if you've covered a blemish. Don't sweep, just kind of pat. And then trusty blending brush. This is a Morphe M462. And I'm just gonna blend that out a little bit. Again, be careful with your blemish if you've covered a blemish. I'm gonna go ahead and take this NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Yogurt, and it looks like this. And I'm gonna pop that all over my lid, just so it catches the light. And then I'm gonna take my finger and I'm gonna blend that out, just all over the lid. And it's really subtle. And then I'm gonna go back in with my bronzer that we used previously. And I'm just gonna sweep that through the crease. Because if your eyes are a little bit swollen, this will create a little bit of definition. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take my Becca highlighter in Moonstone. To my pale ladies, this highlighter is bomb.com. This is a Morphe M310 fan brush. And I'm gonna put this on my cheekbones for a nice, just some extra glow. And I'm gonna take my finger and put it on my Cupid's bow. A little dab on the tip of my nose and a little down the bridge of my nose. And maybe a little on my forehead. You know what, I'm just gonna drown myself in it because it's so beautiful. And then I'm going to take a pencil brush. This is actually my MAC 219 brush. And I'm gonna dip it in that same highlight. I'm gonna put that on my brow bone. And in my inner corners. And don't be afraid to load up on those inner corners, because it really makes you come alive, and I drag it just a little bit down onto my lower lash line. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take my Rimmel Scandal Eyes Kohl Pencil, and this is in nude, and I'm going to put this on my bottom waterline, and this is going to really open up your eyes. I'm going to pop some mascara on. You don't have to go crazy with the mascara, but you just need something. This is going to really help open your eyes up even more, since that's the whole point of everything, is to look like we are not sick. And then I'm going to take my waterproof Lash Stiletto mascara, and this is by Maybelline, and I'm going to put that on the bottom lash line. So I'm actually just going to pop on this NYX Butter Lipstick in Little Susie, and I got this in my Ipsy bag. I think it was last month. I haven't used it yet, so I'm really excited to try it. Oh, it's pretty. So, as always, I am using my Urban Decay All Nighter Makeup Setting Spray. I live by this stuff. Throw your hair back and soak your face. So now get out there and go be awesome despite the fact that you're sick and sound like a man. Everything's gonna be okay. You're gonna get well. It's gonna be alright because we got makeup on. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I hope it helps you when you are sick and feeling pretty blah. But it adds a little bit of life back into your face. You look a lot more awake and dewy and healthy, even though you sound like death. I'm gonna stop talking now because my voice sounds like crap, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Give me a like and subscribe if you want to see more from me, and I will catch you guys in the next one. See you, bye. Like, I'm really going to town on those inner corners, because this is gonna make you look awake and like you haven't had any problems at all. Like you've had no snot coming out of your head for 3 days. That's right, snot. We all have it. Don't give me that look. Never fear, just get a cotton swab, whatever, a Q-tip. I call it a Q-tip, which I don't know why it's called a Q-tip. It's weird. I'm so sick. Go to work and be gross. But you'll look good.